Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Sounds, citing sources from CNN, U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman Dan Kane secretly traveled to the U.S. Central Command in Florida late last month to receive a briefing on a highly sensitive military plan. The proposal involved deploying U.S. ground troops into Iran to seize its highly enriched uranium, a critical component for nuclear weapons. General Kane subsequently briefed President Donald Trump on the military options. However, President Trump decided to halt the operation after being warned of the severe risks involved. Officials cautioned that the mission could trigger intense retaliation from Iran, drag the U.S. into a prolonged war, and cause widespread turmoil in the global economy. Trump also expressed deep concerns over the potential for high casualties among American troops. Additionally, sources indicated that Tehran had prepared an economic retaliation plan to have its Houthi allies block the strategic Bab el-Mandab Strait if war resumed. Nuclear experts have expressed strong skepticism regarding the feasibility of locating and safely transporting the uranium, which is buried deep within underground tunnels. According to Jiiji Press, Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi has vowed to strengthen international cooperation to ensure free and safe navigation through the Strait of Hormuz and to build resilient supply chains for vital resources, including energy. In an op-ed published in the electronic edition of the British Daily Financial Times on Friday, Takaichi described the strait as an international public good and emphasized that Japan will persist in its diplomatic efforts to help stabilize the region. She noted that the de facto closure of the strategic waterway serves as a crucial reminder for all nations to enhance their own resilience and contribute to the global order. Additionally, Takaichi expressed her strong determination to drive the necessary transformations to tackle emerging challenges. Comparing herself to former British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, she referred to herself as Japan's Iron Lady. The Prime Minister's remarks come just ahead of her scheduled 5-day tour to Europe starting Saturday, during which she will visit Britain, Italy, and France, the host country of this year's Group of Seven G7 summit. According to a report by Lianhe Zuobao, an Indian Air Force In-32 transport aircraft crashed and burst into flames on Saturday morning, June 13, while attempting to land at an air base in the northeastern state of Assam. Indian media outlets reported that both the specific cause of the aviation accident and the exact number of casualties remain unclear at this stage. Local authorities and emergency services are expected to conduct an investigation into the crash. According to a report by Lianhe Zuobao, European Union member states reached a consensus on June 12, 2026, regarding a new round of air passenger rights reforms. Under the newly agreed measures, airlines will be prohibited from charging parents additional fees to sit next to their children. However, several highly controversial proposals were shelved after months of negotiations due to strong opposition from members of the European Parliament. Notably, a plan to reduce compensation for flight cancellations or long delays, which EU member states initially sought to lower the financial burden on carriers, was abandoned. The current compensation system remains intact, aids allowing passengers to claim €250 to €600 for delays of 3 hours or more, depending on the distance. Additionally, a proposal to ban carry-on baggage fees was set aside, with the compromise only requiring booking websites to clearly display ticket prices inclusive of carry-on bags. The finalized text, which has broad legislative support, will be submitted to the European Parliament for review starting June 15. According to a report by the Liberty Times, South Korea has grounded its entire fleet of domestically produced LOSHE, Myron light-armed helicopters, After severe engine defects were discovered, the Defense Acquisition Program Administration ordered the immediate suspension of flights after detecting corrosion and cracks in nearly all of the active aircraft. Out of 57 delivered engines, 47 were found to be corroded, and 38 exhibited cracks, with some engines suffering from both issues simultaneously. Currently, 15 of these helicopters are in service at the South Korean Army Aviation School for pilot training. The engine technology belongs to the French aerospace firm Safran, but the engines are assembled locally by South Korea's Hanwha Aerospace. Preliminary investigations suggest that Hanwha Aerospace failed to strictly follow the assembly guidelines provided by Safran, leading to the defects. The All-01 was designed to replace the Army's aging MD-500 Defender and AAH-1S Cobra helicopters, with plans to deploy 160 units by 2031. However, this grounding is expected to severely disrupt the deployment schedule and delay pilot training. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.